So it's finished here at Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 3, Tottenham Hotspur women 0. Tottenham continuing their tradition of getting battered everywhere they go, and they got truly battered today. To be fair, some of their players had a go at battering Arsenal in a physical sense. They were probably lucky not to leave this game with a red card, particularly a really poor tackle by Josie Green on Leah Volti with the score at 2-0. But Jonas Eidevall, he spoke about that in his pre-match press conference yesterday. He talked about how, Spurs would try to break the game up, how in the initial game at the Hive back in November there were lots of fouls from Spurs players, and he was anticipating the same again. Didn't seem too het up about it. In fact, he said he respected Tottenham's right to have whatever approach they want to a game. But in this game, Arsenal got an early lead through Beth Mead, and that kind of really settled things down. Spurs pressed very high and hard in the first few minutes, and actually they were finding gaps behind that Arsenal defence. But the first time Arsenal were able to break that line, they scored. And again, it was a combination we've seen a lot in recent weeks. Leah Williamson playing that line-breaking pass into Beth Mead, just coming off of that right flank, and she did that so effectively tonight, time and time again, just tucking in a little bit off that right flank and taking the ball off of Williamson and driving inside, and that's how she scored her goal here. And that was after a few minutes, and you sensed after that Arsenal would really assert their dominance, and they did, but they didn't manage to add to that in the first half, and it's probably their only regret from the first half really, because they were completely in control of the game. And then in the second half, again they were in control of the game. Again it got a bit bitty, and Tottenham were breaking it up with rotational fouling, which you'd probably expect. Arsenal went close a few times, but they finally got their second goal when Caitlin Ford slid in on the back post on a Vivian Miedema cross, and Arsenal were just at that point lashing that ball across the area time and time again, and it just felt like a matter of time until someone connected with a cross there and got something on it. And that's exactly what Caitlin did. And then a couple of minutes later, Caitlin helped herself to, and sorry, I thought they were going to announce the final score again. Caitlin helped herself to another goal, this time a curler from the left-hand side of the box, just before she came off actually, and it put the seal on a really effective performance for her. And I think I said before the game that I felt that Arsenal's wide players would be the really important players, particularly with the size of the pitch. And we saw at the game in November at the Hive, the surface was very boggy back in November, and Spurs were able to break the game up. Arsenal, of course, had come off the back of an away Champions League game in that game as well. This was always going to be a bit different. Both teams equally rested, bigger surface, nicer surface here, home crowd. It felt like it was set up for an Arsenal win, and Arsenal delivered, and they just don't look nervous about being in this title race. They don't look edgy at the moment, albeit they're the chasers at the moment, so this tees up the title race going to the final game of the season. So Arsenal are 1 point behind Chelsea, and it's the final game on Sunday. Chelsea are at home to Manchester United. Manchester United have to win to have a chance of qualifying for the Champions League and finishing third. Arsenal are away at West Ham, so Arsenal have to win and hope that Manchester United can get at least a draw at Kingsmeadow on Sunday, and if that happens, Arsenal will be champions. So Sunday midday, those games will be happening. Let's hope for the best on that one, eh?